Welcome, my dear students of 6th grade primary school. That's our weekly episode of science. Last episode, as you remember, we have studied the type of connection, which are series and parallel connection. Do you remember the difference between them? Okay, so now we will have a short video to know or to show the difference between the series and parallel connection. We have studied the meaning of each one of them, and we have studied that series connection means that each lamp is connected one after the other, or in one route. بوصل لمبات in one route طريق واحد بس، واحدة تلو الأخرى زي ما اتفقنا المرة اللي فاتت. But in parallel connection we branch or we connect the lamps in branching routes. We connect the lamp in branching routes, so we have branching route, not only one route. So now let me draw the difference between series and parallel connection, and also see a short video about the difference between them. Okay, so now we have series connection, series and parallel connection. Okay, series connection and parallel. Series connection توصيل على التوالي, parallel توصيل على التوازي. What's the difference between them? I have a battery here like this. Okay, and I have the first lamp, the second lamp, the third lamp, and also the fourth lamp. Okay, so what's happening here? When I increase the lamp, the light intensity decrease. When I increase the lamp, the light intensity decrease. So the not good. توصيل مش كويس, because if one lamp burns out, all the other lamp turns off. If one lamp is burned out or is unscrewed, لو في لمبة اتفكت منهم أو لمبة اتحرقت, all the other lamp will turn off. So what's about parallel connection? إيه هو parallel connection? Also I have a battery like this, and I have one route, or the first route. when route معناها طريق الكهرباء, مش route بقول عليها route. First route for the first lamp, second route for the second lamp, third route for the third lamp, fourth route for the fourth lamp. So if one lamp here is turned off like this or is unscrewed, all the other lamps are not affected, or they are continuing in lightning. They are continuous in lightning because they are not affected by what happened to one lamp of them. So now let us see a short video about the series connection and the parallel connection to show the difference between them. Okay, now let's start. Okay, now we will see a short video about this.
In primary school today, we'll study and experiment to differentiate between series connection and parallel connection. Again, we can differentiate now between series connection and parallel connection. Now, let's study or let's explain what's meant by series connection. Okay, this part 1, series connection. We connect the lamps one after the other in one passage or one route only. أنا عن طريق واحد بس للكهرباء. Here I have first lamp, second lamp, third lamp, all of them on the first route or on one route only. كلهم على نفس الطريق للكهرباء. Okay? What happened when I switch on the key? All the lamps will light. Okay? That's good. All the lamps will light. So what happened if I...
Look here, my dear students, what happened here when I turn on the lamp? All the lamps turned on, but with weak intensity of light. كل لمبات نورت لكن إضاءة ضعيفة جدا جدا, because all the lamps are connected here in series or on series. So series connection is not good as we have started. So now let's complete our video about the difference between series connection and parallel connection. Okay, what happened when I unscrew one lamp of them? Look at the video now.
They all will turn off or will turn off. كله هيطفي.
Look here,
So
all
now,
the lamps turn off.
Series connection is affected by unscrewing one lamp of them. Okay? So now here, if I return back the lamp, they will all turn on again. So series connection contains only one route of electricity, one route like this, طريق واحد للكهرباء, one route or one passage. Okay? And if I screw each one of them, any one of them, sorry, they all will turn off. But when I return back the lamp, they will turn on again. So series connection is not good because of this. مهم جدا في series connection. If I unscrew one lamp of them, all of them will turn off. So now let's turn to another type of connection, which is parallel connection. This parallel connection, I think it is much better because this parallel connection contains many passages. Look here, this lamp number 1, I have one passage for this. This lamp number 2, I have another passage or another route, طريق آخر للكهرباء. In the lamp number 3, I have another route or the third route for this lamp. So what happened when I switch on the key? I think they all will turn on. So what happened if I unscrew one of them? Oh, what happened? The rest of the lamps are still lighted or still working. Why? Because each lamp here work functionally or work in the.
So here we know that, or we notice that in parallel connection, if I unscrew one lamp, or if one lamp turns on or turns out or turns off, all the lamp don't affected or doesn't affect by what happened, because parallel connection is much better than the series connection. So now, which connection is better? I think all of you will say that parallel connection is much better than series connection, because in the parallel connection each lamp works independently. كل لمبة بتشتغل باستقلال. لو في أي لامب أو أي مصباح حصل له أي عطل أو أي إطفاء أو أي حرق للتنجستين فيلامنت, all the other lamp will not affect, ما بتأثرش خالص بالحصل لللمبات التانية. So now let's complete our video about the difference between series and parallel connection.
Independently, because each lamp works independently, بتعمل باستقلالية عن باقي اللمبات. Again, if I unscrew one lamp, the other lamp will still working like this. If I put out this lamp, all the other lamp will turn on. So what happened if I unscrew this lamp? The other lamp is also will turn on. So now I want to ask you a very important question. Does the connection at your home parallel or series?
So that's our question now. Is your connection at home series or parallel? That's a very important question. I want you to ask or to answer this question, because it's the last question of our last episode. What happened, or what's the connection at your home, series or parallel? Again, what is the connection at your home, series or parallel? Okay, so now I will have some calls of you to know the connection at your home. So now let's start our new lesson about the dangers of electricity. What's meant by dangers of electricity? We know that electricity is very important to our home. We use electricity to cook food, to preserve food, to light houses, to light factories, streets, to operate machines. We use electricity in many important things, and we can do without. ما نقدرش نستغنى عن electricity خالص, because it's very important in our daily life. So what's about danger of electricity? Before we study danger of electricity, we will make a very simple experiment and a very simple activity. You can do it at your home. Okay, so now let's start the activity to classify materials into conductors and insulator. هنعمل activity مهم جدا عشان أفرق بين الكوندكتور والإنسوليتور للكهرباء. Okay, in the following circuits, عندي هنا two circuits, which matter can be used to complete the circuit and make the lamp lights? Again, in the following circuits, which matter can be used to complete the circuit and make the lamp lights? Look here, I have some rubber, coin, iron nail, a piece of glass, a piece of wood, copper wire. Again, I have some materials, you must keep them. Rubber, coin, iron nail, piece of glass, piece of wood, and at last copper wire. So I have here two circuits. The left circuit is open circuit, so the lamp doesn't light, and the right circuit is a closed circuit, so the lamp lights. So what happened, or what can I use in the left circuit to make the lamp light? هستخدم ايه عشان اخلي اللامب light؟ اكيد هستخدم something that is conductor of electricity. وهنا ما بحبش اقول كلمه bad او good conductor زي الحراره, لكن لازم نقول conductor او insulator, لان الكهرباء فيها يا موصل يا عازل للحراره. Again بستخدم دايما expression conductor of electricity او insulator of electricity, عازل للحراره او عازل للكهرباء او موصل للكهرباء. لكن bad وجود conductor دول كانوا كويسين قوي مع الهيت, لكن مش هينفع نستخدمهم مع electricity. So again we have some materials such as rubber, coin, electric wire, piece of wood, piece of glass, and so on. So which one of them can we use to complete the circuit عشان نكمل الدائرة الكهربية to make the lamp light? You can think and answer now. Okay, so now let's study what happened when I use some of these materials like the iron, copper, aluminum, and so on. If I use iron, aluminum, like aluminum coin or iron coin or copper wire, the lamp will light. Why? Because all of these materials are good conductor of electricity, or are conductors, as I said, of electricity. So what happens if I use another material such as piece of wood, piece of glass, cork, or rubber, and so on? I think the lamp will not light because they are all insulators of electricity. هما مواد عازلة للكهرباء. وقلت مش بحب خالص او مش صح ان احنا نقول bad conductor of electricity، لكن ممكن كويس قوي اقول insulator يعني عازل للحرارة. So we can classify all matters into two types: conductor of electricity and insulator of electricity. Again, we can classify all the matters into two types, which are conductors and insulator. Conductors and insulator. Okay. So now let's have a definition for electric conductors. Electric conductors. توصل الكهرباء. We can say that they are materials that allow electric charges to flow through. They are materials that allow electric charges to flow through. Again, electric conductors, they are materials، هي المواد that allow electric charges to flow through. بتسمح مرور التيار الكهربي من خلالها، يعني بتوصل الكهرباء، عشان كده بسميها موصلات كهربية. Again, electric conductors, they are materials that allow electric charges to flow through. So now let's have some examples of electric conductors. We have many examples like iron, copper, aluminum, gold, silver, nickel. So we can summarize all them like all metals. All metals are good conductors or conductors of electricity. So also we have new matters. You will study this semester. Human body, جسم الإنسان, is a conductor of electricity. جسمك بيوصل الكهرباء so that you can have electric shock. Water is a conductor of electricity, but we can say water is an insulator if only again it's a pure water without any salts. يبقى بقول إن الwater bad conductor أو insulator if only it's a pure water, it's free from salts. But all waters we know, the sea water, the fresh water of rivers, of canals, and so on, and also the mineral water, حتى كمان المياه المعدنية, they are all contain salts. So the salty water or the fresh water can conduct electricity, so we can consider the water as conductor, not insulator. So what's about water which is insulator? امتى ما يكون insulator مادة عازلة للكهرباء if only it's very pure. عشان تبقى بيور خالص صعب قوي نحصل عليها تماما، لان اوريدي الميه ربنا خالق فيها كميه سالتس مهمه جدا لجسمنا زي بالظبط mineral water او الميه المعدنيه. So we can consider water as we know as conductor of electricity. Also the human body, also the earth او الارض او the ground الكره الارضيه او سطح الارض بعتبره برضو موصل جيد للكهرباء because it contains many minerals and it contains some water quantity. Okay, so we have many examples of conductors or electric conductor such as iron, copper, aluminum, gold, silver, nickel, all metals, human body, water, earth, and only one non-metal we have studied in primary 4, which is carbon or graphite. Carbon or coal, الفحم أو الجرافيت أو بنسميه carbon, is the only non-metal which is conductor of electricity. So what about the electric insulator? Electric insulator, I think they are materials that don't allow electric charges to flow through. Again, they are materials that don't allow electric charges to flow through, or we can say they are materials that don't allow electric current to flow through. So again, we can classify matters according to the electric conductivity into two types, which are electric conductors and electric insulator. What about them? What's the difference? What difference between them? The electric conductor is the substance or the matter that allow the flow of electricity through them. But what about insulator? It is the substance or the matter that don't allow the passage of electric current through them. So the difference or the main difference between them, the allowing or the permission of the electric current to pass through. So now let's have some examples of bad conductor or insulator as we call them now. قلنا اللفظ الأحسن إن أنا أقول insulator يعني عازل للكهرباء. We have many examples of insulators such as wood, paper, glass, air, plastic, and at last the glass. Again, we have many examples of electric insulator أو عوازل للكهرباء: wood, glass, air, plastic, glass, paper, and at last rubber. Okay, so now here I have the wire. I have a very important to give reason question about this wire. Give reason. The electric wires are made of copper. But the second give reason, the electric wires are covered by plastic. So now let me write those two important questions because they are very important questions in our syllabus this year. Okay, so now give reason question. Give reason. Number one, electric wire or wires are made of, electric wires are made of copper, as you know, or iron or aluminum in some cases. But the second question says that electric wires are covered with plastic. Okay, again the question, electric wires are made of copper, but the second question says that the electric wires are made of plastic. Okay, so now electric wires are made of copper, so the answer will be because copper, as we know, is conductor of electricity. Okay, again, because copper is conductor of electricity. So what about the electric wires is covered with plastic? The cover of the electric wire is made of plastic. Why, or give reason? So the answer will be that because plastic is an insulator of electricity. Because plastic is an insulator, عازل of electricity or for the electricity. Okay, so now we have very important to give reason about the manufacturing of the electric wire. We manufacture of the electric wire from copper because copper is good conductor of electricity or conductor of electricity. But what about the plastic cover that cover the electric wire? Is made of plastic because it's an insulator of electricity. Okay, so that's very important to give reason about the electric wire. So now we will have a break and we will get back soon. And now we are back again, my dear students, and we have studied the difference between conductors and insulator of electricity. Again, conductors, they are materials that allow the electric charges to pass through. So what about insulator? They are materials that don't allow the passage of the electric current to pass through, or they don't allow the passage of the electric charges to pass through, such as wood, plastic, air, paper, and so on. We have said also some examples of conductors such as iron, aluminum, gold, nickel, all metals, and also the human body, earth, and also the water, which is not pure, or the water that contains salts. Also, we have studied very important to give reason about give reason. We manufacture or we make the electric wire from copper, and we cover this electric wire by plastic. Why, or give reason? We make the electric wire from copper because copper is a conductor of electricity, and also we make or we cover the plastic because plastic is a bad conductor or an insulator of electricity, and it's much better to say insulator more than the bad conductor of electricity. So now let's complete our lesson about dangers of electricity. So now we have two types of dangers of electricity. عندنا نوعين من أخطار الكهرباء. Number one, direct injuries, إصابات مباشرة. Number 2, indirect injuries إصابات غير مباشرة. Okay, again that's very important lesson, not for only the exam or to answer the exam but also for your life. درس مهم جدا لحياتنا الشخصية مش بس عشان الامتحان. Again we have two types of danger of electricity which are direct injuries and indirect injuries. إصابات مباشرة وإصابات غير مباشرة. Let's study them in details. We have first direct injuries إصابات المباشرة. We have three types which are fires حرائق أو الحرائق, electric shock أو الصدمة الكهربية أو الماس الكهربائي, and at last burns الاحتراق. وهنعرف فرق كبير قوي بين كلمة fire و burn in this lesson. So we have many examples of direct injuries such as fires, such as burns, such as electric shock, and we will study the difference between each one of them. Again, we have two types of danger of electricity which are direct injuries إصابات مباشرة and indirect injuries إصابات غير مباشرة. We have three examples of direct injuries. We have fires حرائق, we have electric shock الماس الكهربائي أو الصدمة الكهربائية. We have also at last the burn الاحتراق, and we will know the difference between the fire and the burn. So now let's start with the electric fire. Electric fire, as we know, I think they are fires occurs as a result of the increase in the temperature of the electric machine. Again, they are fires occurs as a result of the increase in the temperature of the electric machine. هي الحرائق الناتجة عن زيادة حرارة أو درجة حرارة الأجهزة الكهربائية such as electric fire الدفاية الكهربائية, such as electric heater السخان الكهربائي, such as electric iron أو المكوى الكهربائية. This electric machine generates heat. Its function is to generate heat. الأجهزة الكهربائية دي وظيفتها إنها تولد حرارة. So what happens when the temperature of this machine increase? It will cause or it may cause burn or it may cause fires. ممكن تسبب حرائق. طب ازاي احمي نفسي منها؟ لازم اعرف كويس قوي what are the reasons of the electric fire. Again, before I know the reason of the electric fire, I must read again or I must keep again what's meant by fire. What's meant by fire is a very important definition in this lesson today. So again, fire, as we know, they are fires occurs as increase in the temperature of the electric machine. They are fires occurs as a result of the increase in the temperature of the electric machine. Okay, so now let's study in details electric fire reasons. Electric fire reasons. Number one, from this reason, placing an electric machine that generates heat, such as heater and iron, near to some flammable material. Flammable يمكن أول مرة نسمعها, معناها مادة قابلة للاشتعال. Flammable أو inflammable, they have the same meaning, قابل للاشتعال. Materials such as curtains, furniture, carpets, and clothes. Again, electric fire reasons. The first reason is that placing an electric machine, أنا أحط جهاز كهربائي that generates heat, بيولد حرارة, such as heater, الدفاية أو السخان, iron, المكوى, near to some flammable materials such as curtains, الستاير, furniture, الأثاث أو الموبيليا, carpets, السجاد, clothes, الملابس. So we must take care of using the electric iron, especially you must take care of using the electric iron when dealing with the clothes, the carpets, the curtains, or any flammable material. لازم اخد بالي كويس قوي لما اكون بستخدم الدفاية او المكوى, ابعدها كويس قوي عن اي مادة flammable او قابلة للاشتعال. Okay, so again we must take care of what happened because it may cause electric fire. electric fire معناه حريق كهربائي. لازم اخد بالي كويس قوي وانا بستخدم electric iron المكوى او electric fire الدفاية. على فكرة كلمة fire معناها نار, لكن هنا ممكن يكون معناها دفاية. لما اقول electric fire اقصد بيها الدفاية الكهربائية. Okay, so we must take care of using those electric machine that generates heat, and we must avoid the contact or the touch between those machine that generates heat and the flammable materials such as curtains, furniture, carpets, and clothes. So we have another reason, second reason for causing the fire. Look here, plugging more than one machine. plug هنا معناه ان انا بحط الفيشة في السوكت to one socket that causes the electric overload. يعني لما احط اكتر من سوكت او اكتر من جهاز واحد في نفس السوكت عن طريق طبعا المشترك, it may cause overload. ممكن يسبب حاجة بنسميها overload أو الحمل الزايد. So the wire heats up and leads to fire. عشان كده السلك ممكن يحصل له سخونة أو يزداد في الحرارة، ممكن يعمل electric fire. Again, plugging more than one machine to one socket that causes electric overload, so the wire heats up and leads to fire. Here I have a very important picture for what happens when we plug more than one socket or one machine in the same socket. تخيل عندي سوكت واحد بس لكن عايز اوصل فيه اكتر من جهاز، اكتر من موبايل، اكتر من كمبيوتر، اكتر من electric iron, television, receiver and so on. What happened in this case? It caused electric overload. بيسبب مشكلة اسمها overload أو الحمل الكهربائي الزيادة، وده ممكن يسبب electric fire. So we must avoid this precautions. Okay, again we must take care of this. Don't cause overload to the electricity at your home. لازم أوزع الماشينز على السوكيتس ويكون عندي اكتر من سوكيت في نفس المكان. بليز حتى كمان اخد بالي كويس قوي لو لسه بنعمل شقق جديده او بنوضب شقق جديده، لازم اخد بالي كويس جدا ان يكون مفيش overload. Okay, so now we have a call. Yusuf from Alexandria. Okay, hello Yusuf. Hello Yusuf. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What about this lesson today, danger of electricity? You have started it?
I need to be asked.
You want to be asked? Okay, Yusuf, you have studied the lesson 2 from unit 2, electric dangers?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so
Yes.
Yusuf, what's meant by fire?
Fire?
Yeah, what's meant by fire? What's meant by fire, Yusuf? Yeah? Okay, as... Yeah? Very good, Yusuf. Okay, so Yusuf, can you give electric conductors? Electric conductor, Yusuf?
Cook food?
No, electric conductor, Yusuf. Electric conductors. Okay, now we don't have Yusuf. Okay, so Yusuf, you can call us again, okay? Okay, so now we have studied some reason of the electric fire, such as plugging more than one machine to the same socket that cause electric overload. We must take care of this point because it's very important to save our home from the danger of electricity. Also, from danger of electricity that the contact or the touch material and the electric machines that generates heat, such as electric iron, المكوى الكهربائية، or electric heater أو الدفاية الكهربائية عفوا أو السخان الكهربائي. Okay, we have another reason for the electric fire. Now let us see it. Not to disconnecting the electric current from the electric machine that generates heat. Okay, not to disconnecting the electric current from the electric machine that generates heat after use. يبقى لازم اخد بالي كويس قوي. After using the electric machine that generates heat, we must disconnect the electric machine. لازم افصل الاجهزه الكهربائيه خصوصا اللي بتولد حراره, such as the iron, the microwave, the heater, anything that generates heat. We must disconnect it if we don't want to use it. Okay, so now we have studied all the reasons of the electric fire, and we said that the electric fire is the result of the increase in the temperature of some machines that generates heat, such as the electric heater or the electric fire. Okay, so now let's turn to another point in our lesson today, which is the notabene, very important point in our lesson today. What happened if there is an electric fire at some place? What happened? How can you distinguish, or how can you extinguish, this electric fire? Can you use water or another something? We said at the first of this episode that water is a conductor of electricity. المية موصل جيد للكهرباء. So we cannot use water at all. Absolutely we cannot use water. Because what? Because water is a good conductor of electricity that increase the fire or increase the electric fire. So what we use? We use the sand or carbon dioxide gas, like what happened or what we can use in the electric or in the fire extinguisher. So again, we don't use the water in extinguishing the electric fire, but also or only we use sand, بستخدم رملة, or only we use the electric or the fire extinguisher to extinguish this electric fire. So now we have Muhammad from Alexandria also. Okay,
How are you, Mr.?
Fine, Muhammad. What about you?
I'm fine.
Okay, Muhammad.
مستر كنت عايز اجاوب على سؤال حضرتك سألته.
Okay, what's question, Muhammad? Can you
اللي
repeat the question?
هو مستر
The connection at your home.
اللي هو
The connection at your home.
the connection at home are connected in parallel.
What parallel, Muhammad? Okay,
Parallel.
Muhammad. So can you give me reason why is the connection at your home parallel?
Because when one lamp turn off or damaged, the other lamps are still lamp and do not turn it off.
Okay, good, Muhammad. You said that because if one lamp is damaged or is turned off or is unscrewed, all the other lamps don't affect by this and continues in lighting. To another question. You are ready?
Yes.
Okay, you remember lever, Muhammad? The first lesson we have studied?
Yes.
Okay, what's meant by lever?
It is a rigid bar, straight or curved, that rotates around a fixed point called the fulcrum and affected by resistance force and the effort force.
Very good, Muhammad. Excellent. So, do you remember the electric lamps? Electric lamps?
Yes.
Okay, we have studied how many types of electric lamp?
2.
What are they?
Light bulb and fluorescent lamp.
Light bulb and fluorescent. So, what is the structure of the light bulb?
It's used in lighting
Muhammad,
houses.
please. And I said, what is the structure of what?
Yes. Tungsten filament.
Tungsten filament. Tungsten.
Glass bulb.
Glass bulb.
Base of the light bulb.
Base of the light bulb. Okay, so give reason, Muhammad, that tungsten filament is made of, or the filament of the light bulb is made of tungsten. Give reason.
Because it has high melting point that prevents melting of the filament at high temperature.
Very good, Muhammad. Excellent. You are a very excellent pupil. Thank you very much, Muhammad, and I hope you every possible success. Thank you, Muhammad. Okay, so now let's return back to our lesson and know what happened when I use water to extinguish the electric fire. Surely I will not use water because it's a catastrophe, the كارثة. If you use water in dealing with the electric fire, تبقى كارثة because water is a conductor of electricity, but only we use بستخدم بس حاجة من اتنين, sand or the fire extinguisher. بستخدم طفاية الحريق as we know from our previous study because it contains carbon dioxide gas that extinguish the fire, and also we can use sand. So I give you advice now, please have a packet of sand, لازم يكون في جردل sand at your kitchen, especially at your kitchen or at your home to deal with the electric fire that may happen. So now we don't use water in extinguishing fire because I said more and more water is a conductor of electricity that increase the electric fire and don't extinguish the electric fire, so we use only sand or the fire extinguisher. So now let's return to another point in our lesson today, which is the electric shock, الماس الكهربائية أو الصدمة الكهربائية. Electric shock is the result of an electric current passing through the human body. Again, electric shock is the result of the electric current or an electric current passing through the human body. ايه هي الصدمة الكهربائية؟ هي مرور تيار كهربي في جسمنا احنا شخصيا. So we said that our human body is a conductor of electricity. Again, our human body is a conductor. So if the electric current passes through your human body, have electric shock بنسميها صدمة كهربائية. So the second injuries, الإصابة الثانية النهاردة اللي هنتكلم عنها بنسميها electric shock أو الصدمة الكهربائية. Is that what happened when electric current passes through your human body? Is that what happened or is the result of passing electric current through our human body? So what are the reason of the electric shock? هنا عندي صورة مهمة جدا. What happened between two children, a boy and a girl? They play with the electric connection. طبعا لازم ناخد بالنا كويس قوي. If we have children at our house or at our home, we must take care of this because it's very dangerous. It may be fatal. They will cause electric shock or they will have electric shock now because the electric current will pass through their human body. Again, لازم اخد بالي كويس قوي لو في little children أطفال صغيرين ان يكون في انفصال كبير قوي بينهم وبين electric current. عشان كده بعد شوية لما ناخد في آخر درس لما نتكلم عن precautions الاحتياطات الخاصة بالكهرباء هنعرف كويس قوي ازاي نتعامل مع الكهرباء في الموضوع ده. Okay, so now we have Omar from Giza. Okay, hello Omar. Hello Omar. Hello, how are you Omar?
Hello.
Okay. Hello, how are you Omar? Okay, you have started. Hello Omar. Hello. You have started the electric dangers, Omar. Our lesson today. Omar.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So عمر عمر please وطي صوت التلفزيون. اسمعي من تليفوني يا عمر لو سمحت. Okay. Please عمر hear us from the telephone only, not the television. Okay. Okay يا عمر. You have studied the electric dangers عمر. Lesson 2 from unit 2. عمر.
No.
You have studied the electric dangers or danger of electricity. Okay. So what are the direct injuries عمر? What are the direct injuries? What are the direct injuries that, okay, we have failed to connect with Omar. Okay, Omar, you can call us again. Okay, so now let's go back again for our lesson today. Okay, our lesson about the dangers of electricity. We have studied the first danger, which is the electric fire. Also, we have studied the second danger, which is the electric shock. And now we will see the reasons or the causes of the electric shock. Okay, we have a very important picture, as we have seen from a while, that deal with the electric shock. This picture is very dangerous picture, and we must take care of our little children. Okay, what about the electric shock reasons? I think the first reason is that a part of your body touches a wire with electric current and touches the ground with other part. يعني لو في جزء من جسمي for example my hand مثلا تلمس تيار كهربي او في سلك تيار كهربي وجسمي او بقية جسمي التاني بيلمس الارض, it will cause electric shock. It will cause electric shock. That is of the electric shock. So now we have Saif from Cairo. Okay, hello Saif.
Hello.
Hello Saif.
How are you, mister?
Fine, thank you Saif. What about you?
Fine.
Okay, you have studied the electric danger, Saif?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the direct injuries, Saif, we have studied this semester?
No.
Electric, what are the direct injuries?
Direct injuries and indirect injuries.
Okay, can you tell me some examples of direct injuries, Saif?
Direct, electric shock, electric fire.
Yeah.
Electric burn.
Electric burn, surely Saif, good. Okay, we have studied up till now, Saif, electric fire, electric shock. Can you give me a definition for the electric shock?
Electric shock?
Yes,
it is the danger of electricity that occurs
as
a result of increase in the temperature of the electric.
No, not temperature, Saif. That electric shock, not electric fire.
Sorry, it is the danger of electricity that occurs as a result of.
Slowly, Saif. Braha, Saif, braha. Slowly, please. What's meant by electric shock? It's the result of.
That occurs due to passing the electric current through the human body.
Very good, Saif. Excellent. So, Saif, can you tell me what is the structure of the fluorescent lamp? The fluorescent lamp?
Tungsten filament.
One tungsten or two tungsten filament, Saif?
Two tungsten.
Two tungsten filament, surely. Two tungsten filament. Okay. What else, Saif, in the fluorescent lamp?
A glass tube.
Glass tube. Very good.
And
excellent.
Points of connection.
2 points of connection. So the glass tube of the fluorescent lamp contains an inert argon gas. Yeah. Give reason, Saif. Give reason why there is argon gas, not air. ليه ما نحطش air مثلا يعني؟ ليه بنحط argon gas?
To protect the filament from burning.
Very good, because argon gas is an inert gas that protects the filament, that prevent the filament from burning.
And increase the lifetime of the filament.
Excellent, Saif, excellent. So there is material that covers the glass tube. Why? Give reason, Saif. ليه في phosphoric material مادة فوسفورية بتغطي ال inner surface of the glass tube? Can you guess? Phosphoric gives strong light or dim light? Phosphoric material, مادة فوسفورية.
To increase the lifetime of the filament?
Again, Saif. No, not to increase the lifetime of the filament. Okay. Why there is a phosphoric material in the fluorescent lamp? The answer, Saif, will be that to increase the light intensity. Again, to increase the light intensity. عشان نزود الإضاءة يا Saif. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Saif. Thank you very much, Saif. I hope you every possible luck. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we have studied two dangers of electricity up till now, electric fire and electric shock, and also we have studied the reasons of each one of them. Now let us complete the reasons of the electric shock. The electric shock, that's what happens when the electric current passes through your human body or passes through your body. We have studied the first reason of the electric shock, which is that a part of your body touches a wire with electric current and touches the ground with other part. جزء من جسمك بيلمس الأرض، جزء من جسمك التاني بيلمس تيار كهربي. So you complete the cycle. انت هنا بتكمل الدائرة الكهربية. So it will cause the electric shock. It will cause the electric shock. Another reason for the electric shock is that you touch with one part of your body a wire that has an electric current in it and touch a material conducting electricity and connected to the ground. Again, that's a very important reason. Another reason for the electric shock is that you touch with one part of your body a wire بلمس سلك فيه تيار كهربي and has electric current in it and touch a material بلمس من الناحية التانية أو بجزء تاني من جسمي مادة تانية بس يكون conducting electricity such as iron, copper, aluminum, another human body جسم تاني آخر أو water. Also all the materials they conduct electricity can cause electric shock. So now we have Mahmoud from Cairo. I think that Mahmoud from Cairo. Okay. Khulud, sorry, Khulud from Cairo. Khulud. Hello, Khulud. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What about science today, Khulud?
Fine.
Fine, okay. You have studied the dangers of electricity, Khulud? Dangers of electricity? Okay. So what are the dangers of electricity you have studied up till now?
Electric shock.
Yeah, electric shock.
Electric burning.
Electric burn.
الفire burn.
Electric fire. Okay, Khulud, I will ask you a very important give reason. Okay? Give reason we don't use water in extinguishing the electric fire. We don't? Yeah.
Because the water increases the fire.
Why water?
Because it is a good conductor of electric.
Because water is a good conductor of electricity that causes or that increases the electric fire. Very good, Khulud. Excellent. Okay, Khulud, can you tell me what's the difference between series connection and parallel connection? Which one is preferred?
معلش ممكن تعيد تاني؟
Okay. Which connection is preferred, Khulud? Series or parallel?
Parallel.
Why? Give reason, Khulud.
Because مش عارفة.
Because if one lamp burns out, all the other lamps still burning or still lighting or still giving light. Okay? Because each lamp in the parallel connection works independently. كل لمبة بتشتغل باستقلال، ملهاش دعوة بغيرها. If one lamp burns out, all the other lamp will not affect. ما بتأثروش. Okay? Remember the lever lesson? Okay, can you tell me what's meant by fulcrum?
What's the fulcrum?
Yeah.
The first class lever?
No, what's meant by fulcrum? The definition of the fulcrum.
It is
It's a point.
it is a fixed point that rotates around.
Yeah.
It's
a fixed point that the lever rotates around it. That's all. Okay? So tell me at last what's meant by first class lever? What's meant by first class lever?
It is a lever.
It's a lever, yeah.
That rotates around the fixed point.
No, Khulud, what's meant by in the middle? In the first. يعني مين هم الفيرست كلاس ليفر؟ بيكون مين في الميدل؟ مين في المنتصف في الفيرست كلاس ليفر؟
الفيرست؟
Yeah.
بالفالكرم.
Yeah, sure. So we can say that first class lever, they are the lever that contains fulcrum between what and what?
Resistance R.
Resistance force.
Resistance force and effort.
Effort force. Okay, Khulud, thank you very much. I hope you every possible success. Thank you very much, Khulud. Okay, now let's return back to our reasons or our lesson about the danger of electricity. We have studied the dangers up till now: electric fire, electric shock. We have studied the reasons of the shock. The second reason we will read it now. You touch with one part of your body a wire that has an electric current in it and touch the material conducting electricity and connected to the ground. Okay, another reason for the electric shock. You touch two wires that conducting electricity. Again, touch two wires. هنا هلمس سلكين، يبقى أنا هكمل الدايرة عشان أنا جسمي زي ما اتفقنا من شوية human body conductor of electricity. Okay, so now harms resulting from electric shock depend on what? I think depend on two conditions. The strength of the electric current مدة يعني قوة التيار الكهربي and the time taken by the electric current to pass. يبقى ليه شخص بيتكهرب او يحصل له electric shock ممكن لا قدر الله يتوفى او يموت، شخص تاني ما بيحصلوش حاجة او ممكن بس يتكهرب لكن ما بيموتش، معتمد على two factors او عاملين: ال strength of the electric current قوة التيار الكهربي اللي هتكهرب بيه، number two the time taken by the electric current to pass. So now let's have the last danger of our lesson today, which is the electric burn. اتفقنا من شويه في اول حلقه قلنا هنعرف الفرق بين electric fire و electric burn. electric fire احتراق في مكان, for example a building, a school, a house, a flat, and so on. But electric burn is the fire that causes the damage of your tissue. هو حرق في جسم الانسان شخصيا, وده بيكون او اصعب شويه. So what's meant by electric burn? The electric burn is that they are burn that resulting from the electricity and causes the damage of the tissue. Again, they are burn that resulting from the electricity that causes the damage of the body tissue. So what are the reasons of the electric burn? Number one, a part of your body touches directly an electric current source. Part of your body, جزء من جسمك يلمس مصدر تيار كهربي قوي شوية بيكون عنده high temperature. Another example, a part of your body touches fire or spark. Spark يعني شرارة كهربية resulting from electric fire. يعني لو في شرارة كهربية ناتجة من حريقة كهربية ممكن تسبب electric burn, أو النار الكهربية برضه ممكن تسبب electric burn. يبقى الفاير أو السبارك هيسببوا electric burn. A part of your body touches an electric machine. المسألة كهربائية that generates heat such as heater or iron. المسألة كهربائية بتولد حرارة زي المكوى أو السخان and so on. So they all cause electric burn. وقلنا الفرق بين electric burn الاحتراق الكهربي معناه احتراق في جسم الإنسان, for example in his hand and so on. But electric fire هو. So now we have indirect injuries. ايه هي الإصابات غير المباشرة? Such as what happened that caused by electricity, like injuries caused by falling from top of a ladder due to an electric shock. واحد بيصلح كهرباء أو بيعمل أي توصيلات كهربائية واقف على سلم, لو حصل إنه حصل له electric shock وقع من على السلم, for example have broken his leg, كسر رجله, أو have wounded اتجرح. What happened here? He has an accident. هو هنا عنده حادثة أو عنده ضرر. الضرر ده مش ناتج من الكهرباء دايركت, هو ناتج من الوعي اللي اتسببت فيها الكهرباء. عشان كده بنسميها indirect injuries أو إصابات غير مباشرة. indirect injuries أو إصابات غير مباشرة. So now we have the most important thing in our lesson today, the precautions with dealing with electricity. Number one, here, don't play with the electric connection. Don't play with the electric connection. Number two, don't insert a metal object in the socket such as nails, metal wires. Don't touch the electric machines that are connected to the electric current with a wet hand, like this. At last, don't try to fix or clean any electric machine while connected to the electric current. Okay, again, we have studied up till now, the electric fire, electric shock, electric burn, all the dangers of electricity which are direct and indirect also. And also we have studied the precautions of electricity. Don't touch any electric wire, that naked wire, that don't covered with plastic and so on. So now, my dear students, we have reached our end of this episode today. Thank you and goodbye, and I hope you are every possible